There's a small path near my home, lined with tall, slender trees. On windy days, they sway, sometimes gently, sometimes with force, but they don't resist. They soften, they move with the wind, and when the wind settles, they return to themselves, not broken, just steady again. It reminded me that resilience isn't rigidity, it's the ability to bend without losing yourself. Before we begin, take a moment to arrive wherever you are, walking, commuting, or sitting. Let your shoulders drop just lightly. Take one slow breath, just enough to meet yourself here. Alright, let's begin. Welcome to Work, Life, and Zen. I am Kanika, and this is episode 2. In episode 1, we explored clarity, how slowing down helps you lead with intention. Today, we are exploring something just as essential, staying steady when life becomes unpredictable. This episode is about resilience, the quiet, gentle kind that doesn't always look strong, but always feel honest. When we talk about resilience, we often imagine something tough, grit, strength, powering through. But the resilience I want to talk about today feels different. It's quite more human. It's the kind of resilience that shows up in small, in between moments when you're tired but still trying, uncertain but still moving, a little shaken but still choosing presence. This episode is for that version of resilience, the kind that doesn't look impressive from the outside but transforms you from within. Not long ago, a colleague told me something unexpected, and they said, "You're incredibly resilient, even with everything going on in your life. I can't see the impact on your work." It was very kind, but inside, I didn't feel resilient at all. I felt stretched, a little tired, and not entirely myself. And yet, I was still showing up, not perfectly, just sincerely. And maybe that's what resilience looks like, not feeling strong, but staying with yourself anyway. I started this podcast because I have met so many brilliant people in tech who know how to solve hard problems, but not how to care for their own energy. And resilience begins with how we honor our energy. Around this time, I found myself returning to something I first learned while living in Japan, a way of seeing life that helped me make sense of what I was feeling. There is a concept called ikigai, your quiet reason for being. It isn't about productivity or ambition, it's the gentle meeting point of what you love, what you're good at, what the world needs, and what feels meaningful to you. Through that lens, resilience isn't about pushing harder, it's about realigning with what anchors you. And that naturally connects to something else I love, wabi sabi, the appreciation of imperfection, impermanence, and the beauty of things being just as they are. When you put ikigai and wabi sabi together, resilience becomes less about toughness and more about honesty. It becomes the courage to meet life exactly as it is, and the softness to meet yourself the same way. In work and in life, I have noticed something. The people who stay steady under pressure aren't the ones who keep pushing at all costs. They are the ones who pause, they breathe, they return to themselves, they choose their next step with intention. not fear. And the beautiful thing is, you don't need a title for that. It's a human skill, not just a professional one. Think of a moment when life asked more of you than you expected. What if resilience in that moment wasn't about pushing harder, but about softening into what was real? The more I paid attention, the more I realized resilience doesn't grow in dramatic moments. It grows quietly in the small choices we make every day. So, here are three practices that have helped me stay steady through seasons of uncertainty. They can probably help you too. Practice one is the minimum viable effort. Minimum viable effort is a leadership tool. It asks, how do I deliver value sustainably without compromising tomorrow? Not every season calls for your full capacity. Some moments require wisdom, not intensity. For example, you could ask, today my best work is an outline, not the full document. Today my impact comes from one meaningful conversation. Or today 30% is going to be strategic because it protects the next 70. This sort of practice reminds you you can bend without breaking and you can rest without quitting. The second practice is purpose sorting. When everything feels urgent, choose what matters, not what's loud. Ask yourself, what is mine to carry? What aligns with my goals or values? And what will matter tomorrow? For me, this often means choosing to solve one meaningful problem instead of reacting to five noisy ones. Purpose sorting turns overwhelm into clarity. And practice three is the compassionate closure. Resilience isn't just how you begin the day, it's how you end it. Compassionate closure has three simple parts. First, acknowledge one thing you did well today, not perfectly, just well enough. Second, forgive yourself for one thing that felt messy. This prevents emotional carryover. And third, let the day end, not because the work is finished, but because you deserve an ending. Closure keeps today from becoming tomorrow's weight. There's a Japanese saying, Nana kurubi yaoki. Fall 7 times, stand up 8. It's often interpreted as toughness, but in Japanese culture, it's much softer. It simply means we rise in our own rhythm, in our own time. Falling isn't a failure, rising isn't a performance, it's just being human. Maybe resilience isn't something we force, maybe it's something we return to. It's the quiet ability to stay on your own side even when life feels heavy. It's not about being strong, it's just about being steady in whatever way you can be today. And if all you can do is breathe a little slower, offer yourself and others kindness, and choose one gentle step, that's enough. Before we close, take one slow breath with me. And now one more. This time, soften your jaw, your shoulders, your stomach, and a final breath, not to change anything, just to meet yourself as you are. May you rise gently after each fall, not rushed, not compared, not judged, but in your own rhythm and in your own time. Thank you so much for listening to episode 2 of Work, Life, and Zen. I'm so grateful you're here. If something here grounded you or softened you, share it with someone who might need it today. In episode 3, we'll explore how to create a work life rhythm that can support your energy. Until then, take care of yourself and honor your rhythm.